Before we move into our second session, that is digital transformation and innovation, I would like to invite Nia Imran Masusa, President of Pakistan Education Council, to the stage to say a few words. Please, sir, join us on the stage.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for inviting me here, Excellencies, dignitaries, honorable teachers, researchers, students, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to recognize Mr. Ikram Sehgal for his wonderful vision, the kind of CSR which our fighter their service is doing. We have also extended our hand of cooperation with this very powerful Sesaiism all the high schools of Pakistan in the private sector. All these schools, which have a huge network of schools all around Pakistan, in all the provinces of Pakistan. I also represent the private universities of Pakistan, which are big in number. We have about close to 280 universities in Pakistan. Half of them are in the private sector, and we still have visit the public sector. There's a huge number of students, the youth of Pakistan, in these schools, colleges, and also in the universities. Now these universities can play a very important role. We do not look up to the government to start any program since we have resources in the private sector. We start all these new programs which are in demand. We give access to our students to the higher education sector of Pakistan. Unfortunately, the access to higher education is very low. Around 30% of students which go to the university sector. If you start comparing Pakistan in your region, in our South Asian region, there are many countries which are beyond 25% as far as the access to higher education is concerned. So we need more universities, we need more schools, we need more colleges because we have a huge population in Pakistan and half of the population is female based. So the girls' participation even becomes more important in our schools, colleges, and universities. One information that I like to share with the audience is that Pakistan has one of the highest dropout rate in the world as far as the schools are concerned. I'll give you enough figure. If the public schools in Punjab, which are about 63,000 schools which we have in Punjab only, these school numbers are twice the size of any European country in Europe, and this department is huge and monstrous department. Now, 12.8 million students in total, and about 4 million gets dropped out every year, is one of the highest dropout rate in the world. We have about, I think, 2 crore bacha is out of school, which is also the highest number of out of school children. So the governments, they work on the dropouts, they work on the increasing student strength in the schools. That is why when I was a Minister for Education, I had to announce free education for every child in Punjab in public schools. Now we have free education all over Pakistan. We have to also announce free books for every child in the public schools and also a stipend for learners so that we can incentivize them and have all our schools. So the literacy rate from 42% went up to 62% 5 years of my term. And now Pakistan has a literacy rate for about 51%. So Punjab has about 62%. So what we try to work on is that we try to convince the government that we need to open up more universities. It is not easy to get a charter because charters are signed and approved by the parliaments. You need to have a vote, you need to have a majority vote to get a charter to run a university. So we have offered the Higher Education Commission this platform, and now we are working on consultation with each other. Any new program which gets started, so now the private sector is consulted by the policymakers. One thing which I like to share with everybody, that we are not potential in the private sector as far as the universities are concerned. They have resources, they have will, they have desire to work, open up more campuses, and now even are operating outside Pakistan. Now the HEC has a TME policy, which is called the Transnational Education Policy. There's another scheme which says that the some countries can open up their campuses in Pakistan, and then Pakistan can open up campuses outside Pakistan. We do have a territorial jurisdiction, which is sort of in discussion. We want to get rid of this territorial jurisdiction, and we want to work worldwide. I have something to say here. The Constitution of Pakistan, all constitutions are very strict. You cannot get out the constitutional provisions. There are limitations. But Pakistan's constitution has a safety valve also. Whenever there's a deadlock between the political parties, or whenever the constitution comes in, the laws and regions and the articles, so you come up with a deadlock. So that is a time when this safety valve operates. So you find a middle way and they can resolve the situation. I think we need to bring this safety valve to this current war between America and Iran. This safety valve should be given to Iran and also to be given to America and Israel also. Nobody wants war here. And Pakistan has been working very hard. Pakistan has been very instrumental in having a ceasefire at the world. And I'm so glad that this ceasefire is still in operation. So universities can play a major role in global peace. I was in Turkey in a conference. There were thousands of universities came, and we made a declaration that all universities will work for the global peace. So let's work for the global peace, and let's work for the future. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Pakistan's innovation and potential lie at the heart of its future growth, driven by a young talent pool, emerging startups, and rapid digital transformation. With the right support and ecosystem, these strengths can be transformed into global competitiveness and sustainable economic progress. Citadel is empowering Pakistan innovation potential to change the world through market-driven and investment-aligned solutions. To discuss this potential, I would like to invite AVM retired Asad Ikram, president of Pathfinder Citadel, who has been instrumental in establishing key organizations, including the Navigation System Department at the Advanced Engineering Research Organization, the Telecom and Marketing Department at LT Engineering Limited, and Aviation Research, Innovation, and Development Initiatives at the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex. For his meritorious services over the years, the government of Pakistan has awarded him with the Sitara Imtiaz and the Tamga Imtiaz. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome AVM retired Asad Ikram to the stage.
Excellency, Ikram Sehgal Sahab, dear guests, students, Assalamu alaikum. नहीं मज़ा नहीं आया यार. चलो ये तो सारे बूढ़ा कोई भी नहीं है ऐसा कमरे में. Students, please. Assalamu alaikum. All right, that's better. Thank you. One thing that we do in education is we do repetition. जो चीज़ समझानी होती है ना, उसको बार-बार कहते रहते हैं. So in that context, I want to say this, something that you have been hearing since morning. That is, the best way to predict the future is to create it. And the reason we're saying that since morning is because we want all of you to take charge of your future. That's important. And we've also been talking of innovation. But then why does innovation matter? Innovation matters because the world is racing ahead. It's racing ahead with AI, renewable energy, digital revolutions, etc. And the nations that innovate solve problems. They solve problems for themselves. They solve problems for others also. And from that, they create wealth and shape global narratives. They write history, remember. Pakistan also must run with the world and lead where it can. So what strengths do we have? We keep talking of the youth, 60% of the population under 30, and that's a lot of energy. A booming digital ecosystem, about 200 million people online, a resilient entrepreneurship spirit. Even when there's war going on, we have people setting up new companies and new businesses here in this country. I know one person who, when there was this war going on in Iraq, a Pakistani, who went to Iraq and set up hotels there. One would say, this guy must be crazy. Right in the middle of war, you go in and set up hotels. And you, of course, made a lot of money because there was no other hotel in Baghdad. And then we have global diaspora, which excels in technology, medicine, engineering, etc. So remember, Pakistan's greatest resource is not its land, but its people. And this is true for not just us, for a lot of countries. Look at Japan, for example. They do not have a lot of land, they do not have a lot of mineral resources, but they are an economic power. And that's because they've been able to utilize their human resource in a manner that no one else has been able to. So we also have to work on ourselves to develop this human resource and then be able to take on whatever we need to. So what are the barriers that we face? When you talk to people, why don't we develop our own technology, etc., one specific answer you will get always is going to be weak industry-academia linkages. But then no one goes into understanding why do we have weak academia-industry linkages. And the answer is very simple. It's because we don't spend enough on R&D. Because academia does research for you. It produces the human resource that runs industry. So if there's no industry, if the policies that we have do not help develop industry in the country, then we have to buy cars and buses and jeeps and aeroplanes and ships and railways, build dams and roads. If we end up getting those things from other countries, where is the industry going to develop? So our money, whatever we have, goes into other people's economies. We do not spend into our own economy. So therefore, the need for high tech does not get created in this country. Therefore, the need for academia to work in research and for the industry to work with academia to develop new products and services does not come into play. So that's where the actual problem is. Then you talk of brain drain of talented individuals. Well, of course, a country like 250 million, we should not have a problem with a few million going out. But then the only problem is if we have the best leading the country, that would be a bit of a problem. So remember, barriers are not walls, they are hurdles only. And hurdles are meant to be jumped over. So all these problems we should be able to manage. So what's the way forward? Of course, we need reforms in our policies. We have to be able to prioritize different technologies. AI, of course, is the talk of the day. We need to get into agri-tech to ensure food security, health tech to ensure that the population is healthy, and of course, renewable energy, because we need energy for our industry to grow. But then above all, we have to transform education. Just like the speaker before me said, unless and until we do not work on our education, we really cannot go anywhere. And that education starts from all the way from primary up to higher education. And then we have to build funding ecosystems. Because whenever you have a new idea, you need some resource, some money to work on it. So that's where the banking system comes in with loans, angel investors come in, venture capitalists come in. You also need lawyers to help you with all those things. So this is more of an ecosystem of not just funding, but what I always say is to society that has to work together in all different domains of being able to help you innovate things. And of course, engage diaspora and empower the 50% of the population which are women. We also talked of in the morning, we talked of vision and execution. Because everything starts with the vision. So what should we really focus on? We should say that our farmers should be able to use AI to maximize our yields. Every child in this country should be educated. Every citizen should be healthy. Renewable energy. Sorry, I forgot to press this thing here. Okay. Renewable energy powering our homes and industries. Our startups should be able to compete globally and tap into other markets around the globe. Our universities should focus on patents and solving problems of the society and less on just degrees. Remember, imagination is more important than knowledge. And before I end, I also want to let the younger people here know and understand that innovation is not just about technology. It's about using whatever is available to provide solutions to different problems. And that does not again mean technology. It could be to do with the way we work, the sort of processes that we have. We can always improve upon those. So the end result and end focus should always be the citizen in the society. So with that, I'd like to inform the House that at Citadel, we're working on two main pillars of innovation. One is upskilling. Graduates or those who are close to graduation, we're running courses for them in different technology areas, including AI, cybersecurity, blockchain. And we're also imparting soft skills like teamwork, communication, etc. The other vertical that we're very happy about, and we've been able to make a dent there, is to help startups who have MVPs ready to scale up, to accelerate. And my colleagues in later part of the day will actually share with you what we've done there, how we selected people for Davos, what we've been able to gain there, and what is it that we're doing next. Thank you very much. Before I leave the rostrum here, can someone at the back tell me, can we predict future? It's all born and waste. We said we're not going to predict the future, we're going to create it, remember? Because no one can predict the future for sure. So, are we going to create it or predict it? मजा नहीं आया अभी भी मजा नहीं आया बहुत थोड़े लोग हैं जो मान रहे हैं इस बात और once again should be created. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for believing in youth of Pakistan. Artificial intelligence, startups, and the future of work are reshaping Pakistan's economic landscape, creating new opportunities for innovation and digital growth. Together, they are driving a shift toward a knowledge-based economy powered by technology and entrepreneurship. Next, to share insights on AI startups and the future of work in Pakistan, I would like to invite Mr. Imran Jatala. He's the founder of National Incubation Center for Aerospace Technology and a prominent figure in the global innovation landscape. He is recognized for establishing the first aerospace and deep tech incubation center in South Asia and the Middle East, and for leading major innovation program across Pakistan and the MENA region. Please welcome Vice President of Pathfinder Citadins, Imran Jatala.
Your Excellency, Chairman Saab, uh, esteemed senior professor fellows, dear students, Assalamu alaikum, very good noon. मेरी बात थोड़ी आसान होगी हम सिर्फ तीन चीज़ों में बात करें AI startups and future of parks because we are heading towards lunch, so I don't want to consume too much of time. Where you get bored easily. What's the fastest no think and to very repose? सबसे ज़्यादा तेज रफ्तार किस चीज़ को जानते हैं that speed of light, and that's the 2 centuries old knowledge. The fastest no thing is light, but that's a 2 centuries old knowledge. Elon Musk is going to put us onto Mars within this decade, thanks to his Starship, his rockets. But if light truly has to become interconnected, then we've seen in movie Interstellar, then we have to discover something beyond speed of light. So, ladies and gentlemen, we as humans are not done yet. There has to be a discovery beyond speed of light. That will make humanity interconnected, and that would enable intergalactic travel. What is AI? And how it's reshaping our lives? There are a lot of professionals, knowledge workers in this room. What a typical day looks like for us. We walk into an office, we read few emails, few instructions, listen to our boss, and synthesize all of these instructions, and then perform certain set of tasks. And by the end of the day, we claim we have done work. So I have a tough news for all of you. Then soon, software will be taking over all of these. And this is called AI agents. And AI agents are already here. It's not distant future. By the end of this year, most of the IT departments in every organization will become an HR department for AI agents. So should we be scared of this future? That AI agents are going to perform what I'm doing today? What do you think? Absolutely not. We should be able to do 10 times, 100 times more what we are doing today. Question right now is not what AI can do. AI most probably will be doing everything we are doing by the end of this year as we achieve artificial intelligence. The question right now is what you can do in the while coexisting with the AI agents. 5 years ago, we used to hire human talent and rent software. And welcome to a new era where we'll be hiring software and renting out human intellect. And very soon, we would need to learn how to coexist, how to co-work with software and smart machines. This is the biggest tectonic shift in whole of human history. Never ever before in human history this has happened that humans will be working as co-workers alongside with smart machines, with software, with AI agents. Coming to startups. So what's startups can do in this era. Startups are the engine of change. Startups can think and create in jobs and industries that even do not exist today. In AI era, the starting line is almost same for anyone sitting in Karachi or sitting in California. We have recently seen examples within Pakistan that three friends founded a company, ImageArt. They sold it for $35 million from Pakistan, all done in Pakistan. Then a company, AI company, Cursor, just acquired by SpaceX for $60 billion with a Pakistani co-founder, a young 26-year-old guy from Karachi. So startups, this is your era. And the secret weapon for startups is speed. And that speed is enhanced, multiplied in AI era, where you can do 100x and 1000x what wasn't previously possible. AI has commoditized technical capability. PhD level human intellect, human capability is at your disposal for $10 per month packages. And the future of work, how will this change? AI is not going to do the work, it's going to do the tasks. A set of tasks that today we do is unperforming, and then now we will have AI agents, right? All of those tasks, each and every professional in this tool to you that our job descriptions are going to be revised by the end of distress. We need to have AI agents at our disposal. We be co-learning, co-working with AI agents. A lot of tasks which constitute a majority of our work will be done by AI agents. And then we need to acquire more skills where we have to manage those agents. We have to manage a team, half of which is human, half of which is AI agents. And then we need to learn also very fast because the half-life of skills now would be shorter than the half-life of degrees we have. So we, all of us, has to be lifelong learners, and we need to learn very fast because the next 5 years, the change that's going to happen in the next 5 years would be greater than ever happened in any decade or multiple decades in human history. So welcome to an AI era, which is scary, but it is exciting, where we as humans are able to achieve much more than what we have achieved ever in human history. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us this scary and exciting future. Next, to present the Citadel Startup Challenge Summary, I would like to invite Air Commodore retired Farhan Ahmed, Director, Citadel. He brings 32 years of distinguished services in Pakistan Air Force and has been instrumental in shaping Pakistan's aerospace vision. He is also the managing partner and innovator Garage International, leading in initiatives in innovation, human resource development, and project management. He is the recipient of the Sitare Imtiaz Military and Kamwa Imtiaz Military. Please welcome Director, Pathfinder Citadel, Air Commodore retired Farhan Ahmed.
Your Excellency, Chairman, honored guests, judges, and most of all, the board founders who take to dream and dream up loud. But before I go to the assembly part of my talk, I would like to rescue the scary part that Imran has just highlighted to scare some of us. What I believe is, we remember the time, or at least I about it, the industrial age, people hates it aerospace. The machines are taking over, they're going to be the gods. Well, industrial era K establishes experiment in this society. Human space as master of machines. Next came the automation. Then I witnessed myself. I saw beauty automation taking so many jobs that the human used to do. as good that it truly sped up the processes, enhance our efficiency, yet human sped. What these tutorial deindustrialization or operation telcos, it augmented efficiency of humans. Human contribute to stay at the pinnacle of entire ladder. There comes the AI. I understand what's been predicted, what we are witnessing. It's scary to some, but as I said, it's exciting to many, especially to those who are sitting at the back. Irrespective of what this technology brings in, that is to augment your skills. What people did when the industrialization came in, they adapted themselves and upgraded their curriculum and their professions. The same cycle is gone on by here. What I believe is even the World Economic Forum said the same. A percentage of jobs will go away. Yet the percentage of job that will be added is much more the job, much more than jobs likely to be lost. So this is what we are, this is what we do as a matter. We don't scare people, we create pathways, we create the destination, identify the destination, and handhold the people who want to bomb our way and take them along to a journey. A journey which made them nearer their goal. As a matter of fact, I present you the Janta Devas Janta Jaraj and beyond. 336. This is the final stage. We already have traveled a big way in this. And today we're going to announce the finalists who actually reached to that pinnacle, and then you'll hear all the startups present their pitches here. But there are certain things that I make you understand how do we reach here and what we have done. Well, standing here, in my opinion, there are certain moments in life which are just mark time. And yet there are no moments that make history. Create courses, create destination. That is one of the moment that we are standing here is the one. This is a gathering of doers, of builders, of peoples who refuse to wait for someone else to solve the problem they saw around. Today, we honor your courage. Well, earlier this year, Pathfinder Citadel carried Pakistan flag to theirs, to the World Economic Forum, where the world's most consequential decisions are shaped. We didn't go as observers, we went as contenders. We stood at the Pakistan Pavilion alongside 8 of our bright, young startup funds. And we told the world, Pakistan is open. Pakistan is innovating. And Pakistan is ready. Riding the momentum and driven by a conviction that this moment must expand and move or expand beyond the periphery of Pakistan. We established a partnership with OIC Construct, the apex body of science and technology cooperation across the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Together, we conceived and launched the Citadel Comstech Jeddah Startup Challenge 2026. It was not just a competition, but it was a bridge connecting the innovative potential of entire Muslim world. What followed exceeded our expectations, and we are very proud to announce or state here today that entrepreneurs from 15 OIC countries answered with enthusiasm and passion. And some 56 applications arrived from founders across not only the Muslim world, but across the world. In total, we received 337 applicants, 283 national and 54 beyond our borders. After that, a rigorous screening process started, starting from 337. After screening, the number dropped to 88. And there started the journey of evaluation. All evaluation, all judges were external to Citadel. Citadel has no part, no role, neither the Pathfinder Group, in evaluating startups. They all were external. 71 founders stepped up and defended their ideas, their models, their ambition before an unsparing panel of evaluators. 2 demanding rounds, no shortcuts, no acceptance, no wildcard idea. Processes, evaluation, standard, and let the best work win. Are those 24 rose among the field? And from those 24, today we're going to reveal our top 20 finalists to you all. The starters that have demonstrated beyond any doubt that they are ready for the world. Before we reach that moment and allow my colleagues to announce those names, I must pause and pay tribute to the people who made all this process possible. That is our judges. They came to this challenge with no agenda other than the relentless pursuit of excellence. Who are they? They are operators who felt the heat of building. Then domain expert who can instantly distinguish between a compelling story and a compelling business. They asked the question that needed to be asked, held the bar where it is needed to be held, and ensured that only the most deserving and the very best advance to the next stage. To each of you, your integrity has been the moral spine of this entire challenge. We, as Pathfinder Citadel, are extremely thankful to you all. And something to the finals who are about to be announced, but I must congratulate you in advance. Nevertheless, hear this very clearly. What you have won today is not a destination. It is just a door. And across the door lies a word that very few founders ever get to access. Through Citadel, you now carry a mandate. You will represent Pakistan and the OIC region before international investors, global partners, and the most discerning mind in the entrepreneurial world. That is both a privilege and a responsibility. Therefore, sharpen every number, fortify every assumption, own your story with total conviction. The next room that you're going to walk will demand your absolute best. And we believe, without reservation, that you all have it. And some words for the people who could make it to this level, to the finalists. Well, not advancing is not the same as not being ready. Some of the most consequential companies in the world were turned away before they were celebrated. What distinguishes founders who ultimately prevail is not superior talent. It is the refusal to stop. You showed up, you competed on a stage that drew talent from across the world. That takes something. Most people never some. Take what you have learned, rebuild where it matters, and come back. You will find Citadel standing to welcome you all again to the OJL. And now I speak directly to the industry leaders, corporate Gs, or the frontliners who are sitting here. Sir, Pakistan is sitting on a generational opportunity that will not wait indefinite. We have the youngest population in the region, relentless, gifted, and hungry to build. But ambition without infrastructure goes nowhere, as Sarasa very rightly pointed out. Ideas without investment stalls. These founders that you see behind you are not seeking charity. They're seeking partners who are willing to back the future of this country with the weight of their network, their capital, and their conviction. The most powerful ecosystem in the world were not built by government alone. They're built by private sector. They were built when industry decided to treat their young entrepreneur as strategic assets rather than uncertain bets. We call on every corporate leader, investor here to become a force, to open door, share access, and co-invest in Pakistan's next chapter. When industry and youth unite behind a common purpose, nations do not grow, they transform. And the journey has already started. Standing here, I again talk to people, to you all, that after this you'll walk out, meet each other, share ideas, interact with people. Because sharing is what takes you to glow. Sharing से चीजें कम नहीं होती, बढ़ती. That is the lesson that I want you all to carry. Whatever you have, what experience you had, share it with your partner. You're building a part of it. Another partner is building another part of it. Combine it, make it a whole. And travel here, walk here, corporate. With this, I thank you very much and I let my colleagues to announce the final. Thank you very much.
I would like to hand the stage over to very promising and energetic colleagues at Pathfinder Citadel, Uzair Alvi, Manager Citadel, and Sarah Tings, Community and Events Manager. Please join us on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And a very warm welcome to all the startups, judges, partners, guests, and also students.
We are delighted to welcome you to the final segment of the Pathfinder Citadel cohort journey, where innovation, efforts, and month of evaluation come together.
But before we move into the pitching session, we will first be announcing the finalists of the Startup Challenge.
These selections are the result of a rigorous evaluation process to our judges across the multiple phases of assessment.
Once the finalists are complete, we will immediately proceed to the pitching session, which will be held in front of you, so you can at least see what the startups are being selected upon.
We request all the participants to respect the time limit to ensure fairness and smooth flow of the session.
All right, let's begin with the announcements.
So we now begin with the much anticipated startup announcement segment of the Pathfinder Citadel. So first up, we have Al Fruit Yard, a mushroom cultivation and value-added fruit startup delivering nutrient-rich, sustainable products. You can sign up at the Dikiye.
Please. Next, Aroga, a digital primary care platform transforming healthcare access in Bangladesh.
Next is Aquatech Fisheries, driving sustainable aquaculture through innovative and data-driven solutions. Please sign up on the TEP.
Up next is Enlights, leveraging AI to optimizing traffic flow through smart signal systems. He's not in the house right now, but a huge round of applause for him.
Next is Printable.pk, a platform streamlining Pakistan's design, print, and packaging ecosystem.
Up next is Titano, building advanced AI-powered unmanned systems for critical operations. There you go.
Next is NerdFlow, AI-powered operating system for intelligent global coordination.
And Hapro, developing an AI-powered assistive robots for interactive learning experiences. Hapro, are you here?
Apple is A.
Yeah.
Next is Yamkin Foods, creating clean label data-driven nutrition solutions for the children. She's not here, I guess, but she can still be around at the bar.
One of our female startups, CM on the Go, your AI-powered virtual chief marketing officer for smart growth strategies. Before you sit down, I would request all the startups who I've announced to keep standing so we can keep a visual on you and see how many of you. Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Please continue.
Next one is Kangaroo Care AI, AI-enabled neonatal incubator improving critical care outcomes.
Are you there? Is he here? Yes, all right, perfect. Next, we have TBAI Incorporated. So they are revolutionizing tuberculosis detection through high accuracy AI diagnostics.
He's not around.
Yeah, he's not.
Next one is Technology Solutions, delivering an AI-powered all-in-one healthcare platform.
Perfect. Another female-led startup, EcoBricks, transforming plastic waste into sustainable constructive materials.
Okay, so next one is IBVIS, enabling intelligent CCTV analytics through low-powered edge AI.
Next is Spinal Power, manufacturing high-performance military-grade battery solutions. Have you heard?
Next is Digit 360 from Malaysia, digitalizing duty management with transparent evaluation system. Yes, madam.
All right. And finally, AI Evo Apps, empowering creators with an AI-powered photo editing and design platform.
And the last one is Proya AI, simplifying professional AI content creation with precision tools. Give all of them a big round of applause.
Congratulations, guys! You're part of our course too.
Thank you all for your incredible startup for joining us, and a huge round of applause for and gratitude to our esteemed judges who went along with us throughout this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys can have a seat now. We'll go ahead and begin our pitches. We're a bit short on time, so I'm just going to pick a few just to give you a taste of why they were selected. So I'm going to go ahead and start with one of our lead. One of them is online right now with us, all the way from Bangladesh. Roga is there? All right.
I have my three visible and I'm local. Shroud Wine with Revere, and I am GPR as premier of Aruba. Aruba is the only secure, and we are the #1 health tech platform in Bangladesh. Access to good quality healthcare in Bangladesh is urgent, and more than 50% of the population should have access to universal healthcare. The worst problem that we face is that 30% are based in circulation and actually in pharmacies is based as a big countertension problem here. The doctor's pay ratio with one doctor to every 2,000 patients, and the pharmacies on the streets, 50% of them don't even hold a valid license. Arogo is the solution. We provide 100% genuine medication sourced directly from manufacturers. You buy in bulk, and because you did that, we can show it more cheaply and we pass these on to the consumers. We're super convenient. You don't need to leave your homes. We deliver directly to your door. So there's a huge market there. The TAM is at almost 20 billion. The SAM is at 10 billion. And Aruba is positioned to become the single leader in visual healthcare in Bangladesh with a sum of 1 billion. This is a BR business model. We started in 2021, and we started this Sona delivery, simple delivery of medicine to your home. Want to crack SaaS, dependent personal care, and then lastly, you have lab testing where our case logness will come to your home or often take a sample, drug it up in a corner lab, and your report comes through to your phone. Next month, we are launching online or on-demand doctor consultancy, and then next year, we have health insurance in FAN. These are our props and numbers. We have had incredibly strong traction. I mentioned the done in 2021 with $500K USD in yearly revenue. In 2025, they ended it with 23.4 million USD. Our current annualized revenue is at 36.7 million. It is the third largest e-commerce player in Bangladesh, and actually 80% of our operating income from repeat customers. This is my Herbambing team. Yawa is our strategy guy. He does actually have an experience in Jasa banking and consulting from London. Is my operations guy, and Shani is my CTO who builds all the tech. We have aspirations to be more than just a Bangladesh company. We want to expand globally. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And congratulations once again. A huge round of applause, please.
Thanks, Steve.
Next, I would like to call upon Hapro to please join us on stage.
Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. My name is Omar Yapa and founder and CEO of Hapro. Today, I'm not just going to showcase your budget, but will produce your brand, a friend who is going to change how we learn and endure. And that friend is Timden, a web AI powered robot. We designed for children with autism and as well as mainstream children. And the robot has a huge potential to introduce in vertical industries the best. We are already utilizing our robot in banking as well as the aid sector. So this is all about Hapro. Hapro is Pakistan's first AI and robotic company. Thank you.
Wasting more time, I'd like to call upon CM Onago to narrate by us.
Thank you so much, guys. My name is Rena Umar. I have been a marketer for the last 20 years. I also executive founder and running a marketing agency. And one problem that I consistently observe is that businesses that defer marketing the most are the ones that are resource-loaded. So they kind of got in the cash from the situation. AI is the answer, is the equalizing factor. So I am essentially building an AI fabric chief marketing officer that will provide the same insights at 1/10 of the cost of a human CMO. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tunera. Next, I would like to call upon Technology Solutions.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am the CEO of Technology Solutions. We are the health tech company. We have EMR product, correct, which is running in UAE, Alhamdulillah, and is solving the problem of disabilities and the patients' communication and the burden of usage of computer and technology by clinicians. It is solving this problem to AI-powered electronic medical records. And we are now planning to expand into other utilities division through live market partners and investor through Citral platform. And we are looking forward to the expansion, specifically AIT and other. And we have two co-founders. We are also television UAE and we are Brazil is software organization. All we have several number of people, but in specifically it is there are quite good health tech entertainment analysts and software engineers working on this solution. It is combined Department of Health and Marathi DHA all regularly combined presumption by software. Thank you.
Last, I'd like to call upon Nerdflow.
Most businesses think that the biggest risk is their competition, but it's not. The biggest risk is work slipping through the cracks because when work slips, customers leave. Lions Scholarship Q, Apical Copter, of Nerdflow, and your building operational intelligence. AI system that can run your operations, but you may handle the distance. Its goal is the market proof. 30% customers lead after the first experience, 80% lead after not getting immune responses. But the issue isn't with these businesses. The issue is when your entire operations are built on manual processes. Messages get this, all us get delayed. Humans make mistakes. This isn't a people problem, this is an operational problem. Something that Naruto is aiming to solve. We are building a 8% AI workforce and a business, while you have to grow. Therefore, very pleased that one day companies will budge on AI. We are building the system that they will actually run on and so much.
Thank you so much. Last, I would like to call upon Yumkin Foods.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hilamuddin. I'm the founder of Youngkins. Youngkins is Pakistan's pioneer nutrition brand that converts indigenous food crops into ready-to-eat, sugar-free, and chemical-free food products for children. Basically, in Pakistan, there are 177,000 children that die each year before reaching the fifth birthday, and many others suffer from stunted growth, anemia, and overweight. Despite having a lot of baby food brands, there are 8 out of 10 children in Pakistan who do not have access to the right type and the quantity of food because the available options are full of sugar and chemicals that ultimately lead to the malnutrition. So in order to solve this problem, as a part of my degree, I came up with the nutrition packs. They are formulated with 100% natural ingredients without any preservatives, any form of antiseptic chemicals, and they're specially designed to treat and prevent anemia and malnutrition in children.
That rounds up our pitches for the day. I would love for all of you to hear about our other startups as well. Please follow us on our social media pages where you can understand a bit more on how our startups are working. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It is now my distinct honor to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Imtiaz Rasta. He's a distinguished Pakistani entrepreneur and export consultant, currently serving as the chief strategist at PMX Consulting, while also leading as the chairman of the Rasta Group. He is widely recognized for his expertise in SME internationalization and for helping Pakistani industries access global markets, particularly in Europe. Over the years, he has played a pivotal role in strengthening Pakistan's engineering and manufacturing sectors, including serving as CEO of the Engineering Development Board. Please welcome Mr. Rasta.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मुझे पता था कि मैं यहाँ स्पीच के पीछे but it's very very heartening मैं ये काफ़ी और there are a lot of opportunity in Pakistan. मैं भी आप लोगों की तरह से पीछे लोग बैठे हैं आपकी तरह वाले या स्टूडेंट और अपने हॉस्टल के कमरे से ही मैंने अपनी बिजनेस स्टार्ट की थी और मैं भी जैसे लोग बाहर जाके सेटल हुए हैं उसी तरह आई वॉज ऑल्सो एन एक्सपोर्टेबल कमोडिटी। मेरी एजुकेशन अच्छी थी लेकिन मैं अपनी डिग्री नहीं लेने गया यूनिवर्सिटी। 66 में मैंने 1966 में आई ग्रेजुएटेड विद एन ऑनर डिग्री लेकिन आई नेवर वेंट टू माय कॉन्वोकेशन और that degree into education thing was very very valuable for me. It's लेकिन डिग्री जितना ही है नौकरी करने के लिए तो मैंने नौकरी करने का सोचा ही नहीं था कि मैं नौकरी कर सकूँ तो आई नेवर वेंट टू गेट पॉलिटिक्स। तो उसके बाद जैसे हर फाउंडर के साथ होता है आई वेंट थ्रू माई जैसे कहते हैं ट्रायल्स एंड ट्रिब्यूलेशंस एंड प्रॉब्लम्स तो आपके पास कैपिटल भी नहीं है कुछ नहीं है। हमारे ज़माने में तो इतनी हैंड होल्डिंग नहीं थी कि आप लोग यहाँ आज कर रहे आपकी हो रही है माशाल्लाह थिंग्स हैव मूव्ड ऑन। तो हमारे ज़माने में तो टेलीफोन भी नहीं होता था डायवा टेलीफोन भी हमारे पास नहीं था। जब मैं बिजनेस स्टार्ट की तो उसके 8 साल के बाद मुझे पहली टेलीफोन लाइन मिली थी वरना मुझे कहीं जगह जाके कॉल बुक करके 3 घंटे इंतजार करना पड़ता था दिल्ली से लाहौर पास करने के लिए और 5-6 घंटे में वैसे बस पे बैठे भी चले जाते थे वहाँ पे। तो लाइफ वॉज सो टफ। हम भी स्टार्टेड ए मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री बैक देन और पाकिस्तान छोड़ने का नहीं मैंने कभी सोचा और आज भी मैं उस चीज़ को रिग्रेट नहीं करता। बहुत से लोग पाकिस्तान पे बाहर बैठे हैं और ये सोचते रहते हैं पूछते हैं एक दूसरे को कि पाकिस्तान में हालात कब ठीक होंगे हम वापस जाना चाहते हैं। भाई आप अगर बाहर चले गए तो वापस हालात ठीक कैसे होंगे? हालात तो हम जैसे आप जैसे लोगों नहीं कर रहे हैं ना ठीक। अगर इफ़ यू डोंट बिलीव इन अवर कंट्री एंड ठीक है अच्छा कि हम तो जा रहे हैं बाहर तो फिर तो कोई बात ना बनी। तो अल्लाह का शुक्र है मैंने नहीं किया और मेरे जैसे और बेशुमार लोग हैं जिनके सर पे फिर ये पाकिस्तान बना और माशाल्लाह वी हैव कम इन लॉन्ग वे और जो माशाल्लाह आप लोग को जो
अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रही हैं और जो कुछ है, ये इस किस्म की ना सड़कें थी हमारे टाइम में। ये जो जिस सड़क पे आप यहाँ अंदर आए हैं, जीटी रोड इससे थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा चौड़ी थी और सामने से बसें आती थी तो क्लेगा देवको आ जाता था यहाँ के, पता नहीं आप टक्कर हो, ये आप टक्कर हो, इसी। तो वी हैव कम ए लॉन्ग 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 वे। तो इसलिए ये हमारी इर्द गिर्द जितनी बैड माउथिंग होती है पाकिस्तान की, सबसे पहली चीज़ है कि ना लुक एट द गुड थिंग्स इन पाकिस्तान। और ये शुक्र है, ग्रेटिट्यूड है, जहाँ से हम खिता अमन में भी बैठे हैं और हर रोज़ हालात बेहतर हो रहे हैं। जितना कहा जाता है ना कि पाकिस्तान के हालात खराब हैं, ये बाकायदा सिस्टमेटिकली हमें डीमोरलाइज किया जाता है और हमारा टीवी हमसे सबसे ज़्यादा हमें डीमोरलाइज कर रहा है। जी, हम उसको देखते हैं तो वी आर फ्रेंड ओनली द बैड न्यूज़। ऐसे लगता है कि पाकिस्तान में सिर्फ दुचे और लफंगे लोग रहते हैं। इट इज़ नॉट लाइक दैट। एंड ये गोपिस हमारा न्यूक्लियर है, यही ईरान जो इस वक्त एड़िया गोडे रगड़ रहा है न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब के लिए, वो मेरे आप जैसे लोगों ने यहाँ बनाया। और वो सारे लोग टाट स्कूल के पढ़े हुए थे, डॉक्टर सलाम से लेके आगे तक जितना न्यूक्लियर आपको नजर आते हैं साइंटिस्ट, उनमें से एक भी ऐसा नहीं है जिसका बचपन मेज कुर्सी पे बैठ के स्कूल में गुजरा हो। वही तख्ती होती थी और उसी के ऊपर कलम के साथ कलम भी खुद बनानी पड़ती थी। तो वी हैव कम फ्रॉम दैट टू दिस स्टेज। तो इसलिए ये जो है ना, एक डिमोरलाइजिंग का एक बड़ी एक सिस्टमेटिक ऐसे लगता है, उसके अंदर कुछ चीज़ें बहुत सी हैं। तो अच्छा, तो इसलिए माई मैसेज टू ऑल ऑफ यू इज कि स्टे पुट इन योर बेस्ट। आपको कोई ना कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी बीच में मिलती रहती है और इंशाल्लाह चलेंगे। वो जो कहते हैं कि इजी सक्सेस कम्स ओनली इन द मूवीज। एक दिन बंदा एक मजदूरी कर रहा होता है, अगले दिन वो सेठ बन के बैठा होता है। इट डजंट हैपन लाइक दैट। बिजनेस में यू स्टे पुट, गो थ्रू द थिंग, तो इंशाल्लाह यू विल नेवर रिग्रेट इट। बहुत शुक्रिया, अल्लाह।
Thank you so much, sir. It is my distinct privilege to invite our chief guest, His Excellency Ambassador George Steiner, Ambassador of Switzerland to Pakistan. He has been actively engaged in strengthening the bilateral relations between Switzerland and Pakistan. His focus on promoting trade, investment, and development cooperation, along with his continuous engagement with Pakistan business and diplomatic communities, has played an important role in deepening mutual understanding and partnership between the two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming His Excellency George Steiner to the stage. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone. Rudy Kron, thank you very much for inviting my colleague and myself here once again to today's event, to the Startup Challenge 2026. Based on what I have seen, I can just once again, in a very positive way, impressed by what very committed stakeholders in Pakistan manage to bring together. Valuing the competence that is in this country is something that has always been dear to my heart. As you know, we in Switzerland, we are a highly industrialized country which invests a lot of money into research and development. We very much pay attention to quality education to our young people, and of course we try to implement these things in a dynamic way which takes into account the realities of our world. Over the last 3 years that I've been in Pakistan, I have on very many occasions appreciated the quality of young students, of young professionals in Pakistan. And I have also seen this in the context of our efforts to bring these very talented youngsters with their startup to Davos in a few weeks ago. So basically my message to all of you this morning is, or this afternoon is, not only to continue to believe in your own strengths and in your own qualities and skills, but also to go out and to expect from your country that you would receive the support that you deserve. And I think Pakistan as a country has been undertaking quite a lot, and these public-private partnerships that we see in certain areas, I think is absolutely the way to go. I've prepared some remarks with regard to the title Digital Transformation and Innovation. I think these would be of a limited added value as it addresses in a more general way what Pakistan should address in the field of digital transformation. So if any one of you is indeed interested in what the Swiss perspective is on digital transformation and innovation, I will be very happy to bring these detailed remarks to you. It would be about digital infrastructure expansion, very relevant for Pakistan, certain aspects with regard to startup economic growth and other aspects. And this is my main point before I would also already like to close, is that whenever you feel like that in the context of the area of activities of your startups, be it the winners that we have seen, or be it other startups that are on your mind that you are involved with, and you think that the Swiss Embassy or Switzerland could in one way or another be of help to you to further grow a successful business activity of your startup, please do not hesitate to contact me, to reach out to us. I think very often out of these events, beautiful things can happen. So if any one of you thinks Switzerland might be an interesting market, Switzerland can provide us support in one or another way, be it from the private sector, be it from a governmental perspective. Please do not hesitate to reach out. I think all of you who are in the business of startups, you have the necessary I would say power and also courage to reach out. And I think in the field of startup, it's very much about courage. It's very much about reflecting. It's very much about properly assessing opportunity, situation. And as I said, take me by the word, approach me, approach us, and then we will be able to have a closer look to what extent we may in one way or another continue or start to support your startups activities. I'm looking forward to do that, and I hope that in the context of all these efforts to work with the winners of the Startup Challenge 2026, I think Pakistan will once again prove that it is at the forefront of cutting-edge technology and, of course, cutting-edge skills also. So I encourage you and thrilled to be here. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to invite Ikram Saab to the stage. Sir, please say a few words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We had a full day today, and I would like to thank His Excellency for being here again at short notice, but he's kind enough to accept. Because it was he who really started off this process of startups in Tokyo, Davos. He was kind enough to be here, and we did this. And now, let me tell you, World Economic Forum is thinking of having this as a proper event for itself. Can you imagine somebody starting here in a money bag? You've seen a lot of things happening and are happening in this world. The message that goes out clear and strong is that you, the young people sitting in the back, are the real future of Pakistan. You can do things that our generation and the generation that followed us failed to do. The only thing that we managed to do
of course, by default, is coming back is we managed to keep the name Pakistan, at least in one part of what is Pakistan. But now that Bangladesh is now coming back into the fold. So we are saying great slogans as far as Pakistan and Bangladesh is concerned, both sovereign countries. Two countries, one meaning. So it is up to you. It's up to you to ensure that the dream that the Qaeda had, all the leaders for Muslims of South Asia, Muslims of South Asia, and we must not forget the Muslims that are there in India, comes true. But the underlying message is Qaed's vision. I would like to tell you what a great strategic vision that man had. On the 8th of May 1942, the armed forces of India had 20% Muslims and of course had 60%, 45% Hindus, 25%, 6 and rest population, but 20% Muslims. On the 8th of April, Gandhi and Nehru, they said quit India movement. We would not give any support to the British Empire in this fight against Japan and Germany. And on 25th of May, despite the great pressures, the Quaid-e-Azam made what at that time seemed to be not the correct decision. He said no. We was bought to go for independence from British, but during this war, the Muslims of India will fight for the power. The net result was two. First of all, the percentage of armed forces, or boosted in the armed forces went up from 20 to 40%. And when the war ended, and there was a lot of hue and cry of India not dividing, it was the British army officers that went to the then Viceroy, and before Mountbatten, and said, no, these are the people who supported us during a crisis and they fought and died for us. And therefore, we do not want to leave them at the mercy of Hindus. So that is how it was the blood of those people who died in islands, in Southeast Asia, in the fields of Europe, in North Africa. And that is how Pakistan did come about. People forget, people think only what the Pakistan revolution and things like that. But the reality is this, the strategic vision. The second reality, I want to go back to this thing, what the Pakistan resolution only talked about two sovereign countries. It was afterwards amended to one common country. The three Bengali leaders, Sarwardi, Tadulak, and Abul Hashim, went to Cairo in 1946 and said, we are far apart, but if we are two independent Muslim countries, we have Assam with us and we have Calcutta with us. We are very, very strong. I read it in clear. And I said, go and let's do it. Unfortunately for us, the Congress came to know this, and they said, oh, the Bengal must be divided. Undivided Bengal had a majority Muslim population. And with that majority Muslim population, Assam would have been part. Can you imagine that thing? So today, let me tell you that other than the Bengalis, the Bangladeshi is saying two countries, one nation. Mr. Yunus, the advisor of the government, the chief advisor who just left, in his favorite speech said that we want to have Bangladesh as a center point for the independent sovereign countries around us. Then India is livid at that because India has no great claim over Assam. You know, a book was written by Dalrymple's, William Dalrymple's son, Lord Dalrymple. He said there's 652 feudal states which had the Accession Act. They could go to anybody. Not one single state agreed to go with the act. Every one of them were forced to do so, bullied to do so. They were occupied, attacked. Junagadh, Hyderabad, Kashmir, and these are major ones. Not one single thing. India is not really a country. It was gone on a substitute.
Right? So you must remember that. And must remember, again, I go back
To who can carry that fire, the torch? Not us. We can only give you a platform. Whether it's hereby Bashir Asad, whether it's Bir Mujahid, whether it's Airport of Paran, Jal Shireen, and others. We can only give you. I'm not going to mention Imran Chidala, he's much younger than us. But the point is that who can deal with that? Is that we can only give that. It is you that can carry this. And let me tell you, Allah Ta'ala सब कुछ देता है. मैं आपको बोलता हूँ एक बात और आप सुने कि मैंने फौज छोड़ा था. मेरे पास मेरे बेटे के दूध के पैसे, मेरे बेटे की दूध के पैसे, ठीक है, माशाल्लाह जो कुछ हुआ अल्लाह ताला की मदद से हुआ. इस मुल्क में और मैं दाद देता हूँ, मैं टिकनापी को, दिवापाइप को, वह कि इनने मैंने साथ दिया और मुझे उस वक्त जो जरूरत था. और मैं आपको बताता हूँ, आप ये मिसाल इस्तेमाल करें, आप ये मिसाल इस्तेमाल करें. मैं कोई बिजनेस गवर्नमेंट के साथ नहीं करता, कोई बिजनेस. आप जाकर देख, हर गवर्नमेंट आती है, मुझे इंक्वायरी करती है क्या क्या बिजनेस, हाउ मच बिजनेस आर लार्जेस्ट गवर्नमेंट ने फाइंड आउट. I don't do any business government. It's the private sectors that you do business, and you can do a lot. So, मैं फिर बोलता हूँ आपको और ताकीद करता हूँ, बहुत people आप पीछे तके हैं, हमारे बच्चे, आप रीच आउट करें. पाकिस्तान और पाकिस्तानी से बेहतर कौम ही नहीं. आप सब कुछ कहो. आप जो आप देखा था, ये तो एक छोटा सा एक वो था, आपने देखा चिनोबर किया. मैं खुशकिस्मत क्यों? मेरे साथ बड़े अच्छे लोग, जिनको मैं एक बार बोलता हूँ, आप आए करें, आप फ्रीडम दें, और बहुत सी चीज़ें हो रही हैं और जो हो रही है बैठता हूँ, कुछ हम बोलते हैं कि आप थोड़े चुप रहे, वो कर दिखाएंगे, लेकिन कर सकते अपने अपने बिल में, अपने अपनी शोबे में, अपनी अपनी सोच के मुताबिक, अपनी जज्बात के मुताबिक आप काम करें. ठीक है, किसी ना बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया का साहब, बहुत लोग बखूर के आए, पिशावर से आए, कि सोबी से आए. हाँ, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका. मैं खुद किया पता है, ध्यान जी तो हमने बड़ी अच्छी चाय दिया, अच्छी चाय दी, लोगों में तुझे दो की तरफ दिया. ध्यान जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you very much. And मैं आप बता, आप पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड कर, आप पार्टीशन बिल्ड कर. जब हमने आज बहुत ही, मैं आप बता सकता हूँ, बहुत ही लोगों के साथ पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड की. तो क्या पार्टनरशिप क्या है? पार्टनरशिप ये नहीं देखें कि उस पार्टनरशिप में आप अपने लिए क्या कर सकते, आप देखें कि आपके पार्टनर की क्या है. अगर आप बहुत सोच रखेंगे, आपका पार्टनर ठीक है. थैंक यू.